Hello, everyone. This is Trey with Texas Sports TV for this week's Power Rankings. Again, not on the full screen. I know. I'm sorry. I'm still dealing with lack of presentation mode not available. Blah 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 stuff. So, I'll get that worked out. It should be done by the end of this month. So you only have to deal with like a couple more after this. And please do like and subscribe. Please subscribe. I do know that there's people watching this that aren't subscribed because my last one got 100 views, and no, the last one got 200, and the one before that got 100, and now I only have 79 subscribers. Okay, please help me get to that 100 mark. So please subscribe. I do know there are people watching that aren't subscribed. If you're not and you want to keep watching, please subscribe. That'll help me a lot. And so this is this week's Power Rankings, or the Power Rankings as of May 13th, 2019. The rules, this is based on the runs allowed differential. Then I look at win-loss percentage if there's a tie. Then I look, if there's another tie, I look at the current streak. Like, it's streak because it could be a win streak or a lose streak. So it's just streak. Now, in 30th place, once again, there's like only 1 week where this team wasn't in last. This team has been done pretty poorly. They are the Miami Marlins. They have a run differential of negative 2.333. They have a record of 256, and they're on a 5-game losing streak. I believe they still have the worst record too. So it's, yeah, they're. I'm pretty sure we can safely say, after them being this far below for this long, they are officially the worst team this year. And it will probably be like that all the rest of the season. The next one is the Baltimore Orioles. Well, again, yeah, they're, I guess, referring to this team. This is baseball. Anything can happen. And the way I like to see it, the games don't really start to matter until after the All-Star break. So there's still time. I just don't see it happening. Okay. Baltimore Orioles, they're run different. They're 29th place again. They're another one of the worst teams. They were in last place the one time the Miami Marlins were in last place. They have a run differential of negative 1.875. They have a record of 350. But you know what? Y'all are on a 1-game win streak. It's 1 game, but it's a win streak. Bravo, Baltimore. At least y'all have the Ravens. And 28, the Detroit Tigers. They went. This is the first team to have changed positions. 30 and 29 stayed the same. 28 is different. The Detroit Tigers moved down to 28th. They have a run differential of negative 1.289 with a record of 474. Yeah, they are on a 1-game win streak, though. I guess there's that. Detroit Tigers, they started out pretty good, but this is baseball. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And, well, who knows? We'll see. 27th, moving down, the Pittsburgh Pirates. I still think they do have a winning record. There's that. But the Power Rankings, you first look at the run differential. That's why they're 27th. And also, personally, I do think they're a bad team. I know they have a winning record. I still think they are a pretty bad team. I don't think they're really a good team. Y'all can disagree. You can go out. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm sure there are Pittsburgh fans out there who even agree that their team isn't really a good team. Now, they moved down to 27th. They have a run differential of negative 0.946. They have a record of 541. And, well, they are on a 3-game win streak right now. Like I said, this is baseball. Anything can happen. Bad teams can do good. Good teams can do bad. Bad teams can win. Anyone can win the World Series. This is baseball. This is what I like about baseball. You never know what's going to happen. But you know what? I don't think the Pittsburgh Pirates are a very good team. And then 26th, we're back to teams that haven't moved. The San Francisco Giants. No, this isn't football. We're not talking about the New York Giants. I said this correctly. San Francisco Giants. This is just, yeah, the team needs to rebuild. Who knows? They could bounce back. They could bounce back next year. Who knows? But I don't think this dynasty is going to continue. I think this dynasty is done. They have a run differential of negative 0.900. They have a record of 425, and well, they're on a 1-game win streak. And 25th, moving down to 25th, back to teams that are moving. The Canadian team, the Toronto Blue Jays, the one team in the MLB that is not in America. Which a lot of people like to point out the irony of it being called the World Series when it's like America and one Canadian team. But, you know, who cares? It's the greatest sport ever. It's America's favorite pastime. Let's go. Now, the run differential is negative 0.850. The record is 400, and they're on a 2-game losing streak. The Toronto Blue Jays, as of right now, aren't doing so hot. They're not the worst team out there, but they certainly aren't really looking like a good team. Now, the first team, I think the entire list to be moving up. Yeah, the first team to be moving up, the Chicago White Sox. They moved up to 24th position. But that doesn't exactly mean they're doing that well. And honestly, I'm glad they're still doing pretty bad. I'm glad they're still having a losing record, because honestly, I'm still salty on 2005. I'm going to be salty about that for a long time. Okay, it was a miracle run. Y'all ended it. Y'all haven't won a World Series since then. I would be happy if I never see y'all win a World Series ever again. They have a run differential of negative 0.641, a record of 474, and y'all are on a 2-game win streak. Like I said, yes, I'm a bit salty about that. I really don't like the White Sox, but I'm not placing them down low because I don't like them. This really is unbiased. I look at the run differential first, blah blah blah, but whatever. Fuck the White Sox. Now in 23rd place, back to it's still moving teams, but teams that are moving down. The Washington Nationals, they moved down to 23rd. They have a run differential of negative 0.65, a record of 400, and they're on a 1-game losing streak. And this is honestly what I expected after they lost Bryce Harper. This is what I expected. Nothing much to say here. Without Bryce Harper, they're really nothing. The 22nd, the Kansas City Royals, they moved down to 22nd place. They have a run differential of negative 0.488, a record of 341, and on the 2-game losing streak. So, Kansas City fans, you have like no good news in this power rankings, really. At least not this week. You move down in the power rankings. You have a negative run differential. You have a losing record, and you're on a losing streak. Yeah, it's not. There's not a lot of good news here. I'm sorry, Kansas City. Not that sorry, but yeah, I'm sorry. The New York Mets are in 21st place. They moved all the way up to 21st. I still feel bad for you. Like, honestly, this is probably the New York team that I would root for. Probably like maybe the only New York team I would root for. I don't have like a in football, I like maybe 3 teams, and hockey one. Baseball, I like 1 team. I can say fuck the rest of the teams, especially when I'm playing against them. But there are teams that I kind of sort of want mine that I don't mind seeing do well, and New York Mets is one of them, mostly because they live in the same city as the New York Yankees. I feel really bad for you for that. if y'all win the World Series, oh, the Yankees have 27. Y'all are doing bad. Oh, y'all are doing bad in the same city with the New York Yankees. It's just a sucky situation to be in. Like it's if you are a Mets fan, you are a pretty loyal fan. You have to probably deal with some shit. I don't know any Mets fans, but I can imagine that y'all deal with a lot of stuff crap from Yankees fans. Um, there's the good news is y'all moved up the power rankings. Y'all on a winning streak, a 2-game win streak. But the bad news, y'all still have a negative run differential of negative 0.385 and and a losing record, not a negative record, a losing record of 487. You can't have a negative record. That doesn't mathematically work. But yeah, those are the bad news. New York Mets, I'd rather see y'all do well and not the Yankees. Y'all aren't in the same division though. Y'all aren't even in the same league. You're in the National League, right? Yeah, and the Yankees are in the American League. Yeah. Okay, y'all are in the National League, and the Yankees are in the American League. So yeah, it's y'all aren't even in the same league, but still. Now in 20th, that's the bottom 10. So the Yankees round off the bottom 10. And the Seattle Mariners are going to start with the middle 10. The Mariners have really fallen off from where they started. They really have. Like, I don't know. This isn't what I expected either. Like, whenever I saw the Mariners and I saw what they had as a team, I was expecting them to be pretty good. I think they're like in the middle of the division, so they're about division-wise. I think they're about where I expect them to be when they finish, but I do kind of expect them to be like at 500 or a little above. I like this is going to be like a tough division to win. I think that I expected the Athletics to be second. The Athletics aren't quite there yet, though. And expected the Astros to round off at the top. The Mariners, they were going to be a good team. I didn't know that. I knew they were going to be a good team, but I just didn't think they would start off as hot as they did. But since their hot start, they've cooled off quite a bit. Like this, y'all have nothing but red here. Y'all went down to 20th in the power rankings, way down to 20th. A negative run differential, a losing record, and y'all are on a losing streak, so it's not looking very good for the Seattle Mariners right now. At least not for the team. The run differential is negative 0.326. The record is 465. Y'all are on a 4-game losing streak. Yeah, I don't know. This is not what I was expecting either. I was not expecting the ball to drop like this. But y'all aren't doing that good. I kind of expect that y'all should start to do a little better. I don't know, or maybe the team just completely falls apart because of this. Yeah. Right now it's not looking good for the Mariners, but this is still the beginning half. This is still before the All-Star break. This is still baseball. Anything can happen. Who knows? There's still hope. Now, in 19th place, the San Diego Padres. They are the team that, honestly, they're the ones I forget the most. I forget about the most. Like when I start listing baseball teams, the Padres always kind of escape my mind. Like in normal casual conversations, they just kind of, I don't know. They're just the team that I forget about the most. So the Padres, they moved down to 19th place. And it's because again, the run differential, not so much exactly the record. The record is it's still positive. Yeah, it's always been positive. Still a winning record at 537, but the run differential is a negative run differential. And honestly, you can't expect to be a very good team or at least in the long run, or really in the playoffs, if you even make the playoffs, could, which is a strong possibility, they may not. When you allow more runs than you score, which they allow, their run differential is like negative 0.268, and this is, again, it's per game. It's not overall. It's per game. And the reason why it's per game, it's because in baseball, and you can have one team who's had, let's say, just 34 games. They've done 34 games, and another baseball team, they've only done about 30 games. So when you look at the total run differential, it's a little misleading in my opinion. So I try to do it to per game. Now, 18th place, moving down, the Cleveland Indians. It's another team. They have a positive record, but they have a winning record, but a negative run differential. Their run differential is a bit better than the Padres at negative 0.231. Their record is also a bit better at 538 instead of 537. And this is mostly because the Padres are on a one-game lose streak, so they just lost the game, and the Cleveland Indians won a game, so they're on a one-game win streak, and that's basically kind of why, mostly kind of why. And the Cleveland Indians, they are second in the division. I don't know. I still think this is their division to lose. If they don't win this division, there's still a lot of games to go. If the Cleveland Indians don't win this division, it's on them. This is their division to lose. Now, in 17th place, back to another team. Yet another team. I think this is the most teams ever to have not moved. Now, the Oakland Athletics. They're in 17th place still. They have a negative run differential, a losing record, and are on a losing streak. Granted, it's only a one-game losing streak, but it's a losing streak nonetheless. Their record is negative 0.167. Their record is 452, and again, a one-game losing streak. Who knows? I hope. I'm still hoping that the Athletics, after the All-Star break, start surprising people like they did last year, and just have some amazing run, and they end up clinching a wild card spot. Just surprise people. Now, they are a division rival. I know that, but it's just the reason why I'm hoping is because I want to sound really smart, because that's what I predicted, that they would be in second in division. So I just kind of hope they finish second in division. It's still possible. So I'm just hoping. And 16th, they moved up, the Colorado Rockies. They have a record of 475, but what really placed them here is their run differential, which has gotten better. It's at negative 0.125, and they are on a one-game win streak. Who knows? Maybe the Colorado Rockies can turn this around and make it to the playoffs. Stranger things have happened before in baseball. Right smack down in the middle of the pack, the Texas Rangers have fallen. They are now in 15th place. They represent the middle of baseball now, at least in this power ranking. They can keep falling. They're either 4th or 5th in their division, because again, the Rangers, they suck. I hate them. I don't like them. They are the division rival I hate the most. They're the baseball team I hate the most. So just keep falling. Y'all can go all the way down to 30th. Whatever. You have a run differential. It's barely negative, but guess what? It's negative. At negative 0.079. A record of 447 in an amazing losing streak of 4 games. Keep on losing. Make it go on a 10-game lose streak. Let's go. I'm going to cheer for y'all. Man, 10-game losing streak. Let's go. Or you know what? Let's go on a record-breaking losing streak. Let's go, Rangers. Break records. Record-breaking losing streak. Let's go. Probably not going to happen. Now, the team that is second in the American League West, the Angels. Yeah, they're second in their division, but they have a losing record. Okay, so it's whatever. It's not like they're doing very good. They're still rely too heavily on Mike Trout. They have a run differential of negative 0.025. Again, it's barely a losing record, but it's a losing record. They have moved up in the power rankings, but and like I said, they have a losing record of 475, a run differential negative, and a 1-game losing streak. Well, but hey, guess what? Y'all did move up in the power rankings, and your run differential is barely negative. Your record, I guess you can say, is barely negative, barely losing, but it's still losing. The Angels are, and I don't really expect much from the Angels. Now, another team that has A in its logo, the Atlanta Braves, right next to each other. Now, they have moved down in the power rankings instead of move up. Now, these two teams are opposite. Look at that. They're two A's. They moved up in the power rankings, but the 3 things are negative. The Braves moved down in the power rankings, but the three things are green. Now, they have a winning record. Granted, it's barely, but you know what? Y'all have a winning record. Y'all have a positive run differential as well. Again, it's barely, but you know what? It's a positive run differential. The run differential is 0.024. The record is 512, and y'all are on the 3-game win streak. So just keep up the win streak, keep on winning, and y'all should end up bouncing back and going up in the power rankings instead of going the opposite way. And 12th, moving up in the power rankings, is the Milwaukee Brewers. Y'all have a really good basketball team right now, and y'all moved up in the power rankings in baseball. So I guess it's a good time to be a Milwaukee fan. Y'all have a run differential of positive 0.119. A record of 571, but y'all are on a 2-game losing streak, but that doesn't really mean too much, I guess. Y'all could still win your division. Y'all could still make it to the playoffs. And it's, you know what? We're not even at the All-Star break. Moving down to 11th place is the Arizona Diamondbacks. A run differential of 0.317, a record of 537, but y'all are on a 3-game losing streak. Y'all have fallen out of the top 10. Y'all aren't in the top 10 anymore. You used to be, but not anymore. But, you know, this is just a week to week. Y'all could bounce right back. Next week, who knows? Now, rounding into the top 10. None of the teams deserve to be there. One of them, not so much. Let's go. In 9th place, the St. Louis, or in 10th place, sorry. They used to be 9th. The St. Louis Cardinals. They are threatening to fall out of the top 10. They moved down to 10th. They have a run differential of 0.488, a record of 537. They are on a 3-game losing streak. They are threatening. They could fall out. They could fall out next week. They are at the very edge right now of the top 10. In 9th place, a team that has bounced back from their huge slump, the Boston Red Sox. They're starting to look like the team that won the 2018 World Series, which doesn't look good. for the rest of the MLB, or anyone who hates Boston, like the New England Patriots, the Boston Red Sox, the Boston Celtics, the Boston Bruins, just enough with this championship run. Please. They have a run differential. They moved up to 9th. They are inside the top 10, and they are still outside the race of the play. They're still outside the playoff spots. They're not even in the wild card. But this is way early. They can easily get in. Well, I guess not easily, but there's a really good chance they can still make it. They have a run differential of .659, a record of .537, and they are on a 5-game win streak. This is not looking good for non-Boston fans. In 8th place, the team that really shouldn't be there because they have a losing record, but somehow, even though they have a losing record, they have a really good run differential. A run differential of .732. I mean, the record is 439 though. And this is... who knows? As time goes on, as we go later into... As we go... I don't really watch... This is one of the teams I haven't really watched them play. But you know what? With this nonsensical, weird run differential to record thing, I'm probably going to start watching them a little bit, because a pretty good run differential, but a losing record. It's with this run differential, their record should be much better. They're like blowing out some games, but then when they lose, it's like pretty close. Who knows? Whatever. They're on a 1-game lose streak right now. They're moved up to 8th somehow. This team is odd. Moving down to 7th place, the New York Yankees. The team that everyone hates. The team that's hated the most. The team where everyone can go, fuck the Yankees. Just everyone. Like, even if you're not in that division, even if you're not in that league, even if you're in the National League, and you're not a Mets fan, you go, fuck the Yankees. Like, the only people who like the Yankees are Yankee fans. They have a run differential of 900, a record of 600. They're on a 1-game win streak. They move down to 7th. They can keep falling. Everyone will cheer if they don't make the playoffs. But here's the crutch. Which team would you rather have in the playoffs? The Yankees or the Red Sox? I would like to find a way to have neither make the playoffs, but there's a good chance that at least one of the two will make it. Now, in 6th place, the Philadelphia Phillies. They definitely moved up. Harper is doing really well. He hit his first grand slam as a Phillies. The Philadelphia Phillies, they're doing really well in the regular season, and I do expect this team to be a good team. I do expect them to do really well, and it's nothing against Bryce Harper when I say that they won't win a World Series with him. It's nothing against him. He is one of the best baseball players to ever play the game. One of the best. He really is. I just think the Phillies are going to they're going to be like the Nationals. The Nationals, they were really good with Bryce Harper. And yes, the Phillies, I do know they did get good players to surround him with. They were smart when it came to picking the players this year. Because with Bryce Harper, once you get this guy, you want to win as soon as possible. You don't want to wait. You really don't want to wait. You don't want to do what the Astros did when we got Jose Altuve and told them, please just wait with us, blah, blah, blah. No. You get Bryce Harper, especially with as much as they got him for. You want to... And it's really nothing against Bryce Harper. It's something against the Phillies. Like they were smart. They got good players to surround him. You want to win now. Don't want to wait. Like with Jose Altuve. With here's the thing. If y'all were able to get Bryce Harper with a much smaller deal, I can see maybe waiting a couple years and just build a team around Bryce Harper. But no, y'all got him, and it cost a lot. Like it was record breaking, and so y'all need to win now. And so the team was smart in getting good players like immediately to surround him by. The problem is I'm not sure if it really is enough. Y'all spent way too much on Bryce Harper, and yes, he is one of the best players, but that's a really high price tag on Bryce Harper. Yes, y'all are making a lot of money from jersey sales, yada yada. I understand this. Okay, but record breaking. He's become the highest paid, not just baseball player, just athletes in general. I mean, this is not going to be good for the Phillies in the long run. Y'all, I don't know. I guess the best chance you have on a World Series is this year. Okay, if y'all don't win a World Series this year, I don't think you're ever gonna win a World Series with Bryce Harper. Like if y'all don't win a World Series this year, I'm gonna double down and I'm gonna say, yeah, this kind of is gonna be 100% confirmation for me. If y'all don't win it this year, if y'all don't win it now, I'm just gonna say nope. Y'all lost. Y'all aren't gonna win it with Bryce Harper, and Bryce Harper maybe end up being like the best player to never win a World Series. Okay. Now, y'all have moved up in the power rankings. Again, there's nothing against Bryce Harper, and there's nothing against the Phillies. Y'all are going to do well during the regular season. It's just the postseason is a completely different ball game. It's completely different once you go into the postseason. Okay, so now let's move on to the top 5. Who are the 5 best teams in the MLB as of this week? Well, to start off, in 5th place, still in 5th place, haven't moved up or down, the Los Angeles Dodgers. But they are a really good team, and I have mad respect for the Dodgers. Y'all are doing really well. And I really, again, y'all are making me look really stupid. Keep making me look stupid, but again, this is still before the All-Star break. We gotta remember, this is all before the All-Star break. This is not... Everything can change drastically by the end of the season. So, but with how y'all have started, I have a lot of respect for y'all. Lost a heartbreaking loss to us and the Astros in 2017. Got destroyed by the Red Sox. And y'all are coming back and you're still fighting for the World Series. Y'all are looking like World Series contenders again. I just got a lot of respect for the Dodgers here. It's a run differential of 1.233, a record of 628, and a 1-game win streak. Now, in 4th place, the Minnesota Twins. Minnesota! Yeah. I feel... Nah, I'm not. I'm not gonna make the Minnesota joke. But y'all have moved up to 4th place. Congratulations, Minnesota Twins. Believe it or not, the Twins because of Twin City. It's 1.308 run differential, a record of 641. The best record in all of baseball right now, I do believe. Y'all have... So the Tampa Bay Rays, last week they finally fell from 1st place and the power rankings, and they finally fell this week. They've fallen off to where they don't even have the best record anymore. The Minnesota Twins have taken that position of the best record in the MLB. They have record of 641, but a one-game losing streak. But you know what? Y'all moved up to fourth place in the power rankings. Y'all have a great run differential, and y'all have the best record in the MLB. So y'all are one of the teams that the team is to beat when it comes to baseball right now. So when it comes to a team to beat, the Minnesota Twins. If a team wants to prove that they are good, they want to beat you in the series. There we go. Y'all are one of the teams. Next, we're going to the top 3. You haven't heard your team yet? Your team is really good. You're a top 3 team. You got one of the medals, a bronze, silver, or gold. Now, let's see where you land if you haven't heard your team yet. Now, the bronze spot, who gets the bronze? It is the Chicago Cubs. Oh, at least you had 1 week where you were in first place. You got a gold last week, but you haven't completely fallen. You still get a medal. It's just a bronze now. Went from gold to bronze. The Chicago Cubs, y'all are looking like a really good team. Y'all won the World Series in 2016, and you've been in the playoffs 2017 and 2018. It's just y'all haven't looked so hot in the playoffs since then. We're looking like a decent team right now in the regular season, but I don't expect y'all. I don't know. I'm just not expecting y'all to do anything again in the postseason. That's just, y'all can prove me wrong. Y'all are just like the Astros, a whole lot of doubters. Only one World Series, and just a whole bunch of people who doubt you. I am a doubter. You know what? Y'all are a team. If y'all prove me wrong, I would not be mad. A run differential of 1.421, a record of 632, and a two-game winning streak as a W. And now, who gets the silver? You haven't heard your team yet? You got a silver or gold. You're in the top 2. Now, the silver goes to the Tampa Bay Rays. Again, they get the silver. Another week, they got gold so many times in a row, and now they're getting silver so many times in a row. It seems like they got it last week, they got this week. Who knows? Next week they're going to get silver again. The Tampa Bay Rays, they're still a really good team. They're leading their division, and their division is with the Yankees and the Red Sox. They don't have the best record anymore, but they're in the division with the Yankees and the Red Sox. So yeah, they're a really good team. Their run differential is 1.462, barely above the Chicago Cubs. They have a record of 615, a 1-game losing streak. Now, who gets the gold? The best team in the MLB this week, what I call the best team all the time, all the year. You haven't heard this team? You haven't heard your team yet? Your team got first? It is the Houston Astros, the number 1 team in the MLB, 2017 World Series champions, and the 2019 World Series champions. Yes, I'm calling it. They're going to win the 2019 World Series championship. Okay, who cares? They're my team. Yes, this is early. I understand. This is what... Again, I know. I really don't believe where they rank now really matters. What matters is where they start ranking after the All-Star break. But you know what? I'm going to be excited. They have the best run differential right now. They have a really good record at 634, and they're on a 5-game win streak. The Astros are looking hot right now. I hope they can look hot at the end of the season when it matters, and I hope they can be really hot in the postseason when it matters the most. So let's go, Houston Astros! H-Town is the 2017 World Series champs. We got doubters just like Chicago Cubs. Like I said, my team, the Houston Astros, we're looking really good. We got Verlander still. We don't have Keuchel anymore. We got Cole, Brad Peacock. We got pretty good pitchers. And we got our batting. Yes, our batting starting to get up really good now. We got Springer's looking good. We got Altuve looking good. Uh, we got Bregman looking good. Uh, we got good batters now. We've had good batters for a while, but our batters are looking really good right now. Our team's just looking really good. We don't have the best record, no, but the run differential is what I look at first, and we have the best running differential at 1.683, and a really good, and not the best record, but a really good record at 634. We are leading our division. Yes, the rest of the people are negative. They have a losing record, but who cares? We still have one of the best records, and we are really hot right now on a 5-game win streak. Let's go! Now, this has been a really long power rankings, and this is the March 13th MLB Power Rankings. Please like and subscribe the video. If you don't like it, dislike it, but also, subscribe anyways. Just help me get to 100. I'll probably I will do a video once I hit 100, thinking out for 100 subscribers. And I'll probably do it for every 100, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, all the way up to 1,000. Come on, let's go. This is the end of my power ranking video. Tell me where you guys think the team should be. I'll talk to all y'all later. Maybe. I don't know. This is awkward. I'm not good at ending things. Bye.